So I tried to do this unscripted, but my brain can't do it. It just does monkeying symbols up there sometimes. I did try, but it doesn't work out. You read the title, you know what's going on, so let's get right to it. I was excited for this headset right here, but I was left disappointed. When they first announced the headset, Bigscreen stated that they covered most of the consumers' gripes regarding the IPD, the sweet spot, the glare, etc. But in the end, at least to me, the results are almost the same. Now, this has improved, don't get me wrong, but the improvements can still use some more improvement. At first, I'm going to start with the cons and then go to the pros. First up, a major one for me is the glare. They have indeed reduced the amount of glare that the headset can produce, but it can still be seen. It's more so in the dark parts of games, but it can still be seen in a mid-tone game or something like that. Vibrant and bright games, you can't really see it much, but for example, when I tried to take my first impressions video, I played Underdogs and Tabor. In Tabor, I actually got a weird bokeh effect in Silo, which isn't ideal. And the lights would provide glare to the bottom part of the lenses, this part here. And to me, it bugs me quite a bit. This is honestly one of the biggest parts as to why I wouldn't use this headset. But next up is the heat. The headset radiates heat on your brow. It almost feels like a burn in some cases. For me, it does often. And I am currently heat intolerant for health reasons, but the Beyond 1 had the same exact issue. Actually, it was probably worse. And this was set with the brightness to 70 on the Beyond utility app. But if you raise the fan speed to 100 or whatever, you decide you can get the next issue. It's not relevant at first, but it can happen. The Beyond 1, even if slightly adjusted, and the Beyond 2 or grasped, the fan inside will feel a tension and just start to squeal at you. You can actually even hear it yourself. Me testing with the microphone and it's doing this. And if you like to record games like I do, or honestly even just chat with the homies while playing a game, that squeal can get picked up and it's not a pleasant sound at all. So how to combat it? I don't know. Lower fan speeds? I don't know. Also, small pro, you do get better tracking with this headset compared to the Beyond 1. I've used it for the first 3 hours and I felt great. And I've been playing it the past 3 days. I've had no tracking issues minus some room stuff. I am currently unable to try the universal halo mount because it didn't ship yet, but I don't think I'll get the chance to try it, and I'll explain later or you'll find out soon. But for now, let's get to the pros of the Beyond 2E. If you're liking the video so far, consider hitting the like button and subscribe for more of this monkey brain shit review. Monkey brain. Yes. First up, and probably the biggest one, is the sweet spot. The lenses of the original Beyond are tiny. So is the Beyond 2 and 2E, but the fact is that with the first version, the lenses had a minuscule sweet spot that you had that if you were off by a pubic hair, it would give you eye strain and headaches, which I had often. But because they improved the optics of the lenses, you get that larger sweet spot, giving you a more sharp and clear image, but that's not the only pro for the optics. The sharpness is increased throughout the entirety of the lens. On the Beyond 1, if you use your peripheral a lot, which is probably a yes, then you would have noticed that it gets blurry when using your peripheral or even just looking in a direction that isn't straight. That's resolved in here. That doesn't exist anymore. And if it does, it's quite minimal. The next one also seems quite minor, but with this headset, it's quite big. The brightness. Because of the heat and ghosting, you would need to turn down the brightness of the headset still to get the results that you want as a player for a VR headset. In the Beyond 1, it gets stupid fucking dark. It's really hard to see in that game. I felt like I was slowly becoming Stevie Wonder, honestly, because I couldn't see the shit in the dark, and the glare didn't help either. It was like the worst VR experience, minus the screen door effect from the HTC Vive Pro, and so on. The FOV upgrade is also a step in the right direction. It's nearly reaching the index level with FOV in this tiny headset, which is lighter, by the way. This is lighter than my phone, and it's small. Obviously, it's the smallest and lightest headset to exist. Honestly, no more looking through that shit-ass pair of binoculars that was the Beyond 1, but again, you still get that glare, which could be jarring if you notice it quite often, which I do, unfortunately. Honestly though, the best pro is just the adjustable IPD. You may have to do it manually with the tool they provide you, but it's still an adjustment you can do on your own. There's no need to send yours back 2 times to get the right one. That's what I had to do with my Beyond 1, which was awful. So 3rd time's a charm for that. It still sucked getting that headset. What this means though is that the ability to share this headset to let people play it is possible, but you might have to get the custom cushions for each person or the universal halo mount, which again, I haven't had the chance to use. So to clarify, I got the Beyond 2E, which this was an additional $200 for eye tracking. And when I got it at the time, I was doing more VTuber shit because my channel was based off an original character I created, but I've been doing this and not caring, showing my real self more often because I've just had artists drop my model. Anyway, I have no need for the eye tracking module anymore, other than just to have fun with it and maybe show it somehow on stream, I don't know, but I don't see why I should. I also want to add it doesn't work out of the box. You need to go to the Beyond Discord and get a token, which you have to wait up to 3 days for, which is honestly dumb in my opinion. You could just send out an email, my opinion, but it is what it is, I guess. I did get the chance to try it. I thought it was really cool. I will say that. The eye tracking was really cool. I never had eye tracking before in a headset. I did have mouth tracking, but eye tracking was pretty cool. While my issues with the 2E might be minor to some, they are quite large to me, because for one, I expected more from what they announced. I won't be able to try out the Halo mount because I honestly planned to return the headset, as the Quest 3 is a much more adequate piece of VR and standalone headset. Quest 3's visuals are great. It can be wireless, and the list goes on. Honestly, the only thing I really dislike about the Quest 3 and 3S is the audio solutions, but really no one wants to do the index solution for some reason, even though it's the right one. No one just wants to replicate it, except for the attempted versions on the Quest 2, which is obsolete in my case, clearly. Those VR ears and Logitech ones. I'm still on the fence about returning this headset, honestly. I would be more inclined to keep this headset if I could just send my Beyond 1 and keep this as a trade-in. I'm okay with doing a small charge, but you can't. And I understand why, but at the same time, I don't care. The Beyond 1 has been a paperweight since my 1-year later video. I have not used it since. And again, I'm on the fence on returning this thing. Unless they give me a big fat no, fuck you, then I will just have to keep it. But I will say, I wish I had the opportunity to try out the Halo mount because it just looked promising for this headset. And if I have to keep this headset, I probably won't buy another Bigscreen headset again, to be honest. The return window is small and there's other things I will mention here shortly. But I want to love what they're doing. But I'm okay with sacrificing, in this case, gaining weight on the strap or the headset to achieve the optimal headset. I don't care about it being the smallest. I don't care about it being the tiniest. I care about what I can do with it. I seriously think not shipping the Halo mount at the same time with the pre-orders is a money-hungry method. But this is my own opinion, by the way. I don't think they are, but I don't know. I only say this because the shipment date on that is October, which is well past the 14-day period from when I received this. And I don't have a confirmation yet at all about the Halo mount. But again, this is just personal thought. I don't know if it's actually true, but it really feels that way. I want to get an accurate gauge, but I can't because I have to wait for the Halo strap. And honestly, I don't know if I'm willing to keep the headset until then. Because even if I did and I don't like it, I will only be able to return the mount and not the full shebang, which is just cock and balls. Who knows though, maybe I'll have a completely different opinion about the headset entirely if I just had the Halo mount. Honestly, the listing on their website is so promising for my issues, minus the glare, which honestly I think I could get over. I just used it more because it's nowhere near as bad as the Beyond 1. As I said, the issues are still there. The Halo mount just looks promising, and I'm honestly upset I can't make an accurate assessment from the get-go about the Beyond 2E. And if I decide to risk it and keep the headset, I'll make another video about the upgrade. It's honestly hard making the decision to want to use this thing. I want to love it. I was hyped for it. I literally pre-ordered it when they announced it in March, but I don't know if I can work with it, unfortunately. Those issues for me are quite glaring. There are better options out there too. And we even might be getting the Valve Decker/frame soon. So I'd rather just get that and hope they improve this in the future. And hopefully Valve improved their hardware, as the Index is 6 years old. but the index is king. It's king in PCVR, in my opinion. There's something about the index that's really great, minus the resolution. The resolution's awful. And honestly, if I have this, if I keep this headset and I get the Halo mount, I'm honestly just gonna put the index audio strap on this thing. I'll find somehow to solder it together. I'm not a wizard. Why does Halo? I'm not a wizard when it comes to that stuff, but I would much rather have that modification than doing this one. This one is not fun to deal with, especially with all the fucking cables it's got in there. It's long story short, this fucking sucks, in my opinion. Anyway, that's it. Again, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, hate it, dislike it. Leave a comment on what you think of the Beyond 2 or the 2E if you have it, or if you want it. I'll honestly make a pinned comment if I decide to return the headset, if you're curious. I'm also open to conversations about the Beyond 2E or any other headsets in my Discord. Subscribe for more dog shit like this. Raise out Price Dale, sons. Take care. This is like the 6th time I've been recording this thing. I hope it's fucking done. Oh, shit! I almost said something.